Adaptogens have three properties primarily. An adaptogen is safe to use in all proportions. It modulates the effect of stress. That is, some people don't have enough stress in their lives. They need a little bit more to make them active. And it will bring up your cortisol level, the body's stress hormone, when that's necessary. Most of us, however, make too much cortisol, and the primary effect of the adaptogen is to reduce the body's output of cortisol. The third part of the definition is that an adaptogen works in non-specific ways, and that's where the adaptogen departs from the current definition of a pharmaceutical drug. These days, pharmaceutical companies work with the concept of one molecule treats one disease. Adaptogens are quite a bit different from that. There are so many biologically active substances in the adaptogenic plant that some produce greater levels of glutathione in the body, some reduce cortisol, some regulate body's blood glucose level. There is something for every aspect of human health in the adaptogenic plant. The liver blend is made from wild-crafted herbs. The Priemer district of current-day Russia is vast, and it's mostly forest. It's unsettled, it's wild. There are portions of it that even to this day remain unexplored. Whenever we go in search for these plants, a crew of trained pickers go out into the wild. They are accompanied by a representative from the Russian Ministry of Agriculture who follows them around with binoculars, and whenever they pick a plant, they are obliged to plant a seed to replace that plant. In this way, our impact is minimal, but in this way as well, we get the benefit of the wide range of geographies of growth, the altitude differential. Every time the plant grows in a slightly different environment, it's going to produce a slightly different profile of molecule. They are as close to organic as they could be without being designated officially as organic. There are no pesticides within 1,000 miles of this place. So yes, wild-crafted, genetically diverse, which is better than organic in many cases, and we check for potency before we work with them. In the laboratory there, we do an assessment right from the beginning. We look for specific biological markers. These are molecules that we know exist. If we do not find them, or if we do not find them in high enough concentrations, we reject those lots. We only work with herbs that are of perfect quality. Stress has a role in every human disease. The scientific literature contains thousands of papers on the subject. It's a very active field of investigation. It's been found that cortisol causes stress. It's been found that through time, the effects of stress on anyone are cumulative. So stress can be anything from overreacting if somebody cuts you off in traffic. And with the Soulera blend, you learn just to let that go. We've done clinical trials where we have specifically looked at the role of cortisol reduction in stress remediation. We have found that it is certainly true. The Soulera blend reduces the body's output of cortisol, and the people experiencing this report that they sleep better, they have better cognition, they have less stress during the day, and they can acknowledge that by saying, you know, all those little things that used to get under my skin, you know, don't bother me anymore. You know, I'm not upset if I have an argument with a neighbor. You know, I can let it go. I'm not upset by worrying about money in the middle of the night. I no longer feel that there's a man sitting on my chest. All of those things are remediated under the effect of adaptogens. No. We've found that there are no side effects. People don't even go through the healing crises that they go through with many other herbal remedies or natural therapies. We've never found any negative consequence of the use of the product. No one has ever been made ill, no hospitalizations, certainly no illness that can be attributed to the Soulera blend. It is safe to use in all proportions.